There's a very low percentage of this that is smiles and glory holes.
I don't care what you say, I don't care what you see. There's still a better way, a structural defect. I don't care what you do, I see the real you, and there's nothing here to say, a structural defect. Crawl, too fast, the hole. To left away, yeah, eat. All the problems leave. Bleeding from it, from misery, time to elate me, it liberates me, a structural defect. From misery to it, try to elate you, and it liberates you, a structural defect. Crawl, too fast, the hole. To left away, yeah, eat. All the problems leave. Structural defect. It's the way lonely, no one is controlling. I'm over it all see. Expose sorcery, escape emergency, the inconsistency. Crawl, too fast, the hole. To left away, yeah, eat. All the problems leave. Bleeding from it. Structural defects. Structural defects. Structural defect! Structural defect!
I'm not quite sure why I'm here or what I'm doing, but there's a reason. I don't like Facebook, and I don't like the internet. The library blocked my password. Now tell me, does that make any sense to you?
This is absolutely lit. This is lit.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dark Times with Dark Match Steve. Get ready to get sexy with the captain. Welcome. Come on in. Get comfortable. Get vulnerable. I'm going to do things to you consensually. Look, if you clicked on this video, you consent. Okay? What do we get into tonight, guys? What are we doing? I almost did not stream tonight. For the record, I'm not doing a super late stream, guys. I worked my fucking ass off today, okay? And, and considering that, it's kind of exciting to think that machines will be taking our fucking jobs from us. Unfortunately, the career I've chosen, I probably will be one of the last people replaced by a machine. There's a lot of higher up tech type of jobs and programmers and fucking all kinds of shit that's getting replaced by AI. We're going to touch on some of this within the show tonight. Different jobs that you can actually palpably see are getting ready to get replaced by machinery. But then also we're talking about Waymo cars. Now, I don't know why I'm in this algo. I don't know if all of you have seen these videos yet already. But dude, they've put out the Waymo army and they're causing way more problems than people expected. Okay? I have a lot of videos saved for us to get into. All right, these Waymos are killing people. Not really. Not yet. I don't know if they're hitting people at least. I can prove that. Okay? So we'll get to that. Yeah, guys, Waymo self-driving cars, they've unleashed them upon society. There's no turning back now. We've got self-driving, driverless cars out there running people down, running stop signs, running kids over. I'm not kidding. All of these things have happened, and I've saved the videos for us to talk about tonight. But yeah, guys, we're not going super late. We're doing I'll probably be on until like 9:30, something like that. Because for realsies, I need some rest. I need to eat some dinner and fucking rest, dude. Damn, today was a fucking stressful day at my job, man. Jesus. And I don't know, I haven't been to the chat. I'll get the chat up in a second. I'll say hello to everybody getting in here and then we'll get started. But yeah, guys, I've been meaning to catch the goddamn Pigpen show. I've only caught one freaking episode. I don't even remember. It was like last week or was it this week? I don't remember, but I know the fat pig wanted me to come on and it was this week. Yeah. I caught it Tuesday, I think. I caught it at some point and I was fucking working. And or maybe it was last week, I think. Anyway, yeah, guys, this week I haven't been able to catch it because I've been so fucking busy and my boss has been out of town. So I'm supposed to be a designer. I'm a floral designer. I'll do whatever, but that's what my career is kind of. That's my day job is a floral designer. And I was answering phones and dealing with walk-in customers and entering orders that came through online and all that. And it's just like it takes all freaking day, So anyway, let me go to the chat. Let me get you guys up here. Hold on a second. Anyway, I'm glad I'm home, guys. I'm glad it's over. Scott Starboard is back. Guys, he's alive. You know what? And at a certain point, I was starting to think maybe someone stole Scott Starboard's phone and and killed him in his house or something. I was suspicious. I don't know. Couldn't see a new picture of him or anything. It's because and I couldn't hardly talk to him. Well, I didn't bother calling him because I didn't want to use his battery life. But yeah, he described it just how I thought it was. No fucking because we've been through it with the hurricanes here in Florida. I know how it is when you got your power out for over 24 hours and it's just like someone texts you or even tries calling you and it's enough to drain your battery 5%, it's fucked up, man. So I was checking on him, but also trying to leave him alone so he could have his phone for an emergency or something. I don't know. All right, you guys are up. I love you, chat. Here you go. Whoa. Mike. Whoa. Wow, you guys are girthy tonight. Okay. All right, guys, let's get on with it. Come on. Let's quit edging each other. Guys, let's quit edging each other. Hold on. Here I am. Brian from Philly. What's up, guys? Maddie P. Brian, how's it going? Maddie, what's up, guys? Bob Cook's up in here. Bart. Kenny Powers. Scott Starboard. Thank gods I got some mods. Johnny Z's in here. What's up, guys? Sniz is in the chiz. He says, I feel like the Blizzard and Fizz-Ire are added to this picture, brothers. No, that's true. I'm very creative, yeah. Some people appreciate a good thumbnail, god damn it. And you know what? Those are the people I make the thumbnails for. I could have just put a fucking picture of a Waymo car just sitting in the street. But instead, I dolled it up a little bit with some blood splatter and flames. Scott Starboard said, hit the like button, subscribe, the bell notification, all that. You know what, Scott? And I appreciate that. I do. I like that the mods actually put this. They take their time to type this in the chat because you guys know I hate asking for likes and subs and for you to hit the like or the notification and asking you to hit the comments and get up in the chat because I desperately need your help. You guys know I don't even like to talk about that. In fact, I feel insulting to the viewer to have to sit through the content creator sitting and begging, talking about when you should and shouldn't hit buttons on this stupid video. Okay? I won't insult you by sitting here and wasting time talking about when you should hit the like button because quite frankly, I think that's pathetic when other people do that, okay? It looks desperate and it's sad. And even though I desperately need you to do that, I'm just not going to waste your time. So let's move on. Michael Earl, welcome. Icy's in here, guys. I thought it was feeling a little chilly. Icy's in here. What? Wait, what's going on? I love you. You like using the Waymos, bro? I hope you have a will written out. I hope you have your final wishes in order. No, we'll see how bad it is, guys. Let's check it out. I got a few things saved that we just have to look at because they're funny as fuck, guys. Have you guys seen a cop try to pull over a Waymo yet? Have you seen a cop try to arrest a driverless Waymo? Oh, stay tuned, guys. The Waymo army. Bro, they're coming. And by Waymo army, I'm not talking about some radio show that is hosted by a host named Waymo. I'm talking about the cars in herds are roaming through the cities, just wrecking into shit. Berto Perez, what's up, bro? Promos in here. Lover. Truth is up in the piece. What's up, guys? All right, let's get started here. Berto, what's up, bro? Yeah, we did shoulders today, guys. We did shoulders. Ooh. God, I'm not that big, god damn it. You know what it is, too? I was so busy at work, I didn't take lunch until 5. I didn't eat, and by lunch, I mean breakfast. I didn't eat anything all day, except I had protein shakes. I had that at around, I don't remember when I had my... Anyway, yeah, I didn't eat actual food until 5 o'clock. I worked out this morning, worked all fucking day without eating. Holy shit, guys. I'm exhausted. You know what? Let's just end the stream now. Let's just do that. A bunch of hype. This has just been a 15-minute stream of nothing but hype. And then we're just going to end it. What if I did that? I don't have the balls to do that. Let's get started, guys. I love you too much. I mean, that's what I meant. All right, guys. For realsies, I don't know. This is going to be interesting, guys. This is going to be interesting because, look, these companies, they're going to be trying to defend themselves with this shit. And they're going to be relying on, throwing some fucking statistics around and a certain kind of logic to try to convince you that the Waymos and self-driving cars are extremely safe and whatever, and it's probably going to be I don't have the answer, by the way. I hope no one gets that impression or something. I'm just an idiot trying to wade through this like everybody else. But it's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out, because look, these self-driving cars, they're going out on the road. These robots are going to start running shit, okay? And they're wrecking into stuff. There's problems, there are issues, but at what point, so people, there's going to be backlash, okay? And as soon as like a few different people get killed and it causes enough of a problem, enough of drama, there's going to be some pushback and stuff. And I'm interested to see how these debates go, how these conversations go. Because, you know what I think it's going to be is sort of, well, at least for now, there's for sure there's going to be a learning curve, even for these self-driving cars. Who knows how long it's going to be? They're probably going to, they might already be technically better drivers than like an average human. But this is the thing, you know, we're gonna, they're gonna get very creative trying to defend putting these fucking things on the road when they start killing people and stuff. And I think it's gonna, at this point, it's gonna come down to possibly that sort of like the Waymos and people, they're both gonna be wrecking into shit, okay? But what we'll find is that the Waymos and people have accidents for different problems, for different reasons. They have different problems. You know, like a Waymo isn't going to fucking pass out drunk behind the fucking wheel and crash into somebody, right? That's not going to be a problem for a Waymo self-driving car. However, as you'll see the fucking videos that we have, you are going to see probably within like a couple years, if you live in like, you know, an actual city, you are probably going to see these fucking Waymos driving around and shit. And you're going to see some of the retarded shit that they do. They're just going to be, you're going to be stuck in traffic for 15, 30 minutes in one spot. And you're going to be saying, what the fuck is going on? If there is a human being lying in the road and they're not dead, I'm going to kill them. And then once the traffic clears and you drive up, you're going to see it's just a Waymo sitting in the middle of the fucking street for no reason. And so and of course, a human being isn't going to make that mistake. A human being, well, is less likely to. At least, you know, if there's a human, then their car breaks down. Like, you know, probably 90% of the time, if you're in a city and your fucking car breaks down in the street, there's someone that'll help you fucking push it out of the way if you can't do it yourself, or find some way to get the goddamn car out of the way. That's not possible with a Waymo. You know, we're going to have different problems for the Waymos, you know, and I remember for one of the Tesla self-driving cars, it mistook, this is sort of where I'm getting, partly where I'm getting this theme from, is it mistook a semi-truck, a white semi-truck that I think was turning, and it saw the whole side of the semi, and it just thought that was the horizon off into the distance, and it wrecked right into a semi. You know, it's like a human is not going to make that mistake unless you have fucking cataracts or something, in which case you shouldn't, you know, you probably couldn't have a license, or you shouldn't anyway. But these are different domains of mistakes, you know. So it's going to be interesting to see how all of this plays out. But anyway, let me bring a couple up for you guys so we can start taking a look. Double D's in here. What's up, bro? Welcome. That's what I said, bro. There are way more problems than people expected. All right. Bro, and this has been mostly my Facebook, too. All right, quit fucking with me. Can you bring this up, please? Thank you. Bro, what the fuck? Facebook is having problems now. Really? Really, bro? I literally have all my prep on Facebook and it's gonna fucking give me problems. I'm gonna fucking kill somebody. Okay, here we go. I got it. All right, so we'll start off with this one. Let's get this one out of the way because if I'm not mistaken, this is the only situation where this applies. This is a Waymo that's actually being driven by a human being. I guess some of the places that they're rolling these out, they have only rolled them out with a driver present in the car. And I think they might go back and forth from self-driving or whatever, or maybe they sit there while it self-drives just to like pay attention and maybe, be there to take over if anything goes awry. Sterling Harvey, what's up, bro? Over on the Facebook. What's up, dude? How's it going? Stop going to war with X and get back on it. What do you mean, streaming on there? No, dude, I don't. That costs me money, guys. We'll go over this. X Twitter totally fucked me over, and I got all these, and I'm hoping they didn't erase the messages because I no longer have premium, and this was like I had to speak to there's an account, basically a premium help account thing that you message. I gotta show you guys all this shit, dude. Twitter fucked me over. So that Renee Good song, I tried to promote that song. I tried to boost it. I gotta show you guys all this. They fucked me over. They took my money and fucked me over. And unless they fix it, I will never give Twitter one more fucking penny. I shouldn't even tweet on there again. I should pretend it doesn't fucking exist. It deserves its own, where it's gonna get, and it deserves its own stream to discuss what happened with Twitter. I no longer have a blue check on there. I'm no longer streaming on Twitter. We're done over there. Elon Musk is a fucking chomo too. He was begging to go to that fucking island and he pretended it was the other way around. He's obviously a disgusting fucking chomo. So I'm good. Anyway, back to Waymo. Out of control Waymo slams into other cars. But don't blame the autonomous vehicle. Wait, we need some audio. I want to hear people screaming.
When I turned my face that way, I just saw that car that was coming straight.
Uh-oh. Ice is on its way, buddy. Careful.
Fast. So he was hitting all the plants until he went up the hill.
What if it was an ICE agent in a Waymo?
And my reaction was run. When I turned my face that way, I just saw that car that was coming straight, fast. So he was hitting.
What does it say happened? Let me see if there's a longer video for this. Hold on, let's go over here. I clicked that link. See if I got a virus. Wow, that looks so stupid.
shocking new surveillance video showing the moments a Waymo vehicle crashed into several parked cars in Echo Park. One man nearby just narrowly missed getting hit. Eyewitness News reporter Mark Cota-Robles is live in the newsroom with more on what happened and how Waymo is responding. Mark.
Yeah, Giovanna, Waymo responding to ABC7 today about
What are we? Let's take bets on the response here. Well, this isn't even a self-driving one, so we shouldn't expect any, they're just going to lay it on the human, right? They're going to say, this does not reflect our autonomous vehicle capabilities. Going to say, we accidentally hired a crackhead. That's our problem. And so we're going to have to, take a look at the hiring department and see how we didn't weed this guy out. But beyond that, we stand behind our vehicles. You just shouldn't stand in front of them.
the crash, confirming that there were no riders in the Waymo at the time, but the vehicle was in manual driving mode, meaning that a Waymo specialist was behind the wheel when it crashed. Here's the home surveillance video that captured the wreck. You could see this involved the new Waymo model. The company is rolling out a robotaxi with a van-like design called the Ojai. Waymo says their specialist was driving
the Ojai, and the driver was so high.
The vehicle when for some reason it left the roadway and then crashed into several parked cars. It was a close call for the man whose car was the first to be hit. He was unloading groceries and had to run out of the way to avoid being hit himself.
When I turned my face that way, I just saw that car that was coming straight, fast. So he was hitting all the plants until he went up the hill. And my reaction was run.
Luckily, he got out of the way. This happened on Sunday on Lilac Place. It's a narrow street right off Vin Scully Avenue near Dodger Stadium. Waymo telling us the employee driving was not injured. Again, the company not exactly saying what caused the employee to lose control. Waymo planning to add its Ojai to its operations later this year. It's designed to supplement Waymo's current robotaxi line. Live here in the newsroom, Mark Cota-Robles.
Okay, so what they didn't explain like why it happened or anything. Dude, that's interesting because No. See, okay, look at this, guys. Look at this. Man, I don't know what to think here. Oh, well, let me go back down here. If you look at the top, so it doesn't say what happened. No one's telling, Waymo's not telling us, but it says Waymo told, sorry, let me get the toothpick out. Waymo told ABC7 the vehicle was in manual driving mode, meaning a Waymo specialist was behind the wheel when it crashed. Okay. The wording of that seems, I don't know. That's weird. I'd like to actually know what the quote from Waymo was. Like, the way this is worded makes it sound like manual driving mode. They might have just like said that to make you think the guy was in control, but they didn't specify that. If you see here, it says Waymo told ABC7 the vehicle was in manual driving mode, meaning a Waymo specialist was behind the wheel. But does that mean they were actually driving it, like controlling it? This could still definitely be the fucking, a technical error because of the car. It almost, the way that that's worded, it almost sounds like Waymo is leaving it sort of up for interpretation, but kind of leading you to think that it was the driver's fault. Waymo told us it's in manual driving mode, and that means there was a driver behind the wheel, but that doesn't mean they were driving it. I don't know. All right, let me go back to let me pull up another one because we got plenty here, ladies and gentlemen. There's so many. Is that the one I just... Hold on. Oh, fuck, man. All right, we got Exhibit B here. Bro, look at this shit. Tell me you wouldn't be scared and probably pissed off. This is December of last year. Hold on.
San Francisco man says no Waymo for him after a close call.
As we get going, just give us 1 minute.
Already almost got into a car accident. Oh my God.
It was his first ride Tuesday, and the robo-taxi nearly crashed after pulling into the path of another vehicle. The driver swerved to avoid the collision. The rider says he'll never take a self-driving Waymo again.
Bro, look at that shit. And he got it on camera, too. He was able to film it. That's number one, that's good content. I like, we have to really make this a thing now, guys. You just gotta have your phone. I know everybody has their phone in their hand already all the time. But by default, you should just keep it on the camera app. Okay? And in video mode. Just in case. You should always just do that because it seems like really life is just so fucking nuts nowadays. And you really, for what it's worth, you could go viral for one thing. But I mean, there's just so much going on. Anyone can fucking just film anything. It's not like if you always had a camera, but you lived in like 1902. There wouldn't be anything to even fucking give a shit to record, okay? Hardly. I don't know what went on back then, but anyway. Yeah, you just have to keep your phone because look, I'd be crying. If I had my phone in my hand and was not recording, I'd be crying if this happened. Not because I was scared, that'd be part of it, but because I could have had a viral clip.
Cisco man says no Waymo for him after a close call.
As we get going, just give us 1 minute.
Already almost got into a car accident. Oh my God.
Bro, something about almost dying while a Waymo talks to you in like, in the same voice they use for the intercoms at Disney. Something about that is just really aesthetic to me. I don't know. I like that. It's aesthetically appealing.
It was his first ride Tuesday, and the robo-taxi nearly crashed after pulling into the path of another vehicle. The driver swerved to avoid the collision. The rider says he'll never take a self-driving Waymo again.
As we get going,
a San Francisco man says no Waymo for him after a close call.
As we get going, just give us 1 minute.
Already almost.
As we get going, just take one. Oh, fuck. I love it. Guys, I love this. I love Waymos. I love Waymo. More Waymos, please. I mean, for you guys, I have a car, but you guys will love them. They seem really fun. I think I'm good on the Waymos, but you guys are going to have a lot of fun riding in these. It's like an adventure. Guys, it's like an adventure. All right, let's go to adventure number 3. Exhibit 3, guys. Let's check it out. Waymo stops traffic at Venice Beach Christmas parade. Guys, the machines, the robots, they don't even want us to have holidays anymore. Okay, you guys are wondering if the machines are going to spy on us, if they're going to like us, if they're going to help us. This should be a sign. They do not recognize your holidays and they do not approve of them. Let's press play.
You got this, Waymo. Well, Waymo seen block.
Look at this. Look at this.
Venice Beach's Christmas parade. It happened Saturday afternoon. The person who took the video says the Waymo was stalled for at least half an hour.
This is more, you know what? This is the war on Christmas, guys. This is some Democrat Silicon Valley creation that's just supposed to dehumanize us, okay? This is the war on Christmas. They're destroying human life and human culture as we know it. This is just a very, it's a very subtle step towards that direction. It's like, oh, silly Waymo, he's blocking the road. Oh, come on, we're trying to have a Christmas parade. Silly everybody get your phones out. This is funny. Ha ha. Until there's no more Christmas.
Eventually, security cleared and the car was able to move. You got We have reached out.
Push that thing into the fucking water.
To Waymo for comment. You got this, Waymo!
A whole fucking line of cars behind it. See, this is what I'm talking about, guys. This is what I'm saying. These are different domains of mistakes and failure, you know? This is literally just like the least likely thing to happen with a human being driving a car. There's so few people that are going to sit there with a whole line of cars behind them and a crowd of people on either side of them and just sit there like, wow, look at this view. I love the beach. Where am I going again? That's so few and far between. There's 100 of these videos of Waymo doing it. All right, let's go to Exhibit 4. You love Jules? I like Jules. Oh, shit. Sorry. Here we go. Okay. Here we go. Waymo announces software recall over cars driving past stopped school buses. They're trying to kill your children. They're trying to kill your children. All right? You guys are big mad about these Epstein files. I don't remember seeing Jeffrey Epstein trying to run down your kid with a car. He just wants to diddle them a little bit.
A major software recall for its fleet of autonomous vehicles. It comes after we reported on incidents like this one. You can see the cars passing a stopped school bus with lights flashing.
Based. Go Waymo. Fuck those school buses. Bro, everyone hates stopping for those stupid school bus stop signs on the sides. They don't even really count, do they? It's attached to a vehicle. How can that possibly be legal?
A federal investigation is underway over the close call with those school buses. Waymo announcing a major software recall for its fleet of autonomous vehicles.
Is there do they have an article attached to this or what? They don't. Damn, Facebook, really? You're going to do me like that? Exhibit 5. If Facebook will do it. Waymo traffic chaos in Chinatown. We discuss experiencing frustrating traffic congestion in San Francisco's Chinatown caused by multiple Waymos self-driving. Bro, these Waymos, they get together in a pack and they'll just block an intersection. Is Steve glitching? Am I? Or is that just the normal retardation you're realizing?
Back in San Francisco, and we over in Chinatown. What the fuck is taking so long? I've been stuck in this traffic for like 20 minutes. These Waymos are not talking to each other. Look at this. What is going on? Come on, Google. Do something. Look, it's like 3 Waymos right here. I love Waymo, but y'all need to get the...
Bro, what? 3 Waymos just decided to stop in the middle of the street. They're taking a break.
Fuck out of the way right now. We back in San Francisco, and we over in Chinatown. What the fuck is taking so long? I've been stuck in this traffic for like 20 minutes. These Waymos are not talking to each other. Look at this. What is going on? Come on, Google. Do something. Look, it's like 3 Waymos right here. I love Waymo, but y'all need to get the fuck out of the way right now.
What the fuck do you love Waymo for? Do you love this? You're experiencing Waymo right now, sir. Do you love it? Because that's Waymo. I don't know what you think. What do you think Waymo is that you love? You like missing the Christmas parade? You like your kids getting run over? You like getting stuck in traffic because of a computer chip? Well, Waymo's right for you.
We back in San Francisco, and we over in Chinatown. What the fuck is taking so long? I've been stuck in this traffic for like 20 minutes. These Waymos are not talking to each other. Look at this. What is going on? Come on, Google. Do something. Look, it's like 3 Waymos right here. I love Waymo, but y'all need to get the fuck out of the way right now.
He loves Waymo. Here, let me get the next one up. I'm trying to do this because this is just like using Twitter. I didn't realize how clunky this was going to be. This is a pain in the ass. I got to switch you guys over to this tab.
We back in San Francisco, and check this out. There's a Waymo at 3rd and Mission. And look at who parked this scooter right here. Someone parked the scooter in front of the Waymo at the intersection. How insane that is. We need like scooter regulations because, bro, how can you...
Dude, the scooter is just like, taking up half the lane, and the Waymo just does not understand. Dude, look at this. This is exactly, you know what? As I was saying it earlier about humans and machines having different problems, I was like, wait, do I know what I'm saying right now? And this is exactly what's happening. This is pretty nuts. Any human would be like, okay, I'll just throw the blinker on, and it'll take me exactly 2.5 seconds to just merge into the other lane slightly and get around this scooter, and it just won't do it. It's got solid white lines on the left side of it to merge into that lane, and it just goes, that's illegal. I'm not allowed to merge over. There's a solid white line. I just got to stay here until someone moves this scooter. We got to get some human being to come move this scooter. Maybe, someone can call a robot to come get on the scooter and move it so that the Waymo can drive forward.
Block the Waymo like that. Gnarly, right?
Look, that is a turning lane.
We back in San Francisco, and check this out. There's a Waymo at 3rd and Mission. And look at who parked this scooter right here. Someone parked the scooter in front of the Waymo at the intersection. How insane that is. We need like scooter regulations because, bro, how can you block the Waymo like that? Gnarly, right?
See, there was a car that was behind the Waymo and it went around it. Here, let me get up the other one. Or the next deal. Dude, I've got like 100 of these, bro. Everyone's recording them because they're causing so many problems. Here we go. Here's a good one. Waymo hits child near California school. You guys thought I was like, exaggerating, completely blowing things out of proportion, probably. That's probably what you guys thought. You were like, Steve is crazy. He's talking about them running over kids just because the Waymo drove past a bus that had its stop signs out. It's a little dramatic. Hey, I got a ticket for that one time. And, there was no kids that almost got hit. No, they are killing children. Hold on. Almost. They're hitting them at least. Here we go. Wrong tab. This one.
Investigations underway after a Waymo hit a child near a California school. Waymo says the child, quote, suddenly entered the roadway from behind an SUV and went right into the self-driving car's path. The company says the car braked faster than a human driver would have been able to.
Right. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Yes, it hit a kid, but it was better than... It hit the kid better than a human could have hit the kid. That's what we're going with, pretty much.
The autonomous car company also says it voluntarily reported the incident to federal regulators. Thankfully, officials say the child suffered only minor injuries. It's an investigation.
Hold on, let's go. Let's visit the link here. Let's see what this article has to say. Federal officials investigate after Waymo self-driving vehicle strikes child near elementary school. Federal officials investigating hit a kid. Incident occurred on 2 blocks from elementary school. Drop off. Vehicle was being operated by its autonomous driving system. There was no safety operator in it at the time, according to the agency. Okay, so listen to this. Safety operator. There was no safety operator in it at the time, according to the agency. So I don't know if this is the safety operator. Yeah, I was kind of overthinking the wording of this again too, but I don't know that a person, a safety operator in the vehicle. We should actually, we might take a second and look that up, to see if Waymo will specify what these operators, or if there's a person in the driver's seat, are they necessarily controlling the vehicle? Probably not. Child ran across the street from behind a double-parked SUV towards the school and was struck by the Waymo AV. Okay, so guys, I don't want to jinx myself here, okay? But dude, we're again, these are sort of like different problems, and I think though that you could program a Waymo to do what I'm about to say, but dude, when I am like, especially if I'm in an area where it's like there's any way that there's like possibly a person and or their pet or a kid on a fucking bike or whatever, like, dude, I normally don't just like drive past a car that's parked on the street that someone could just, run out in front of my car. I normally keep my foot like right at the brake when I'm like passing, and I often slow down. I don't drive like a grandma. But what I'm getting at is I'm pretty fucking aware of when there's a possibility that something could suddenly go out in front of my car. And I keep my foot ready to brake. I don't know. The Waymos obviously aren't doing that. But this is like, part of the way with being able to avoid certain crashes and stuff is being able to predict and, pay attention to certain patterns and stuff like that. Sometimes there are certain patterns like that people will do while they're driving and stuff that you can kind of know. I notice this when I'm driving all the time. I can and promo said anticipating. Yeah, exactly. That's what and guys, not to bring it back to, this is a sore subject here, but, and look, you can disagree with me on this, please. We don't need to fight about this right now, but this is, this comes back to my point about, unfortunately the Renee Good situation when, and I didn't even mean to take it here, but this is a good example that adds to my argument with that is when you are anticipating something, you have a quicker reaction time. When you're actually anticipating that something's going to go wrong, you have a quicker reaction time. Of course, when you are driving and you just are vibing and you think nothing's going to go wrong and something happens, of course, you're dumbfounded and go, and then swerve and crash worse than you would have. But, this is part of the thing when you're driving and stuff. And I noticed this, you can tell when someone's going to turn before they fucking put their blinker on. If you actually pay attention to the way vehicles are moving around you and stuff like that, and and watch if someone's kind of swerving, you might want to let them go in front of you so that if they're falling asleep or something, that they can't run into you if they're in front of you. There's like different things, whatever. A Waymo isn't, I don't know how the fuck you could program a Waymo to anticipate, or if you're in a residential area, there's a car parked by the street and you can't see, like, if there's someone that's around it or behind it, then you anticipate braking. I don't know how I guess it's probably possible to program into a Waymo or whatever, the self-driving system. But anyway, let's get back to this deal. Other children and a crossing guard were in the area at the time, as well as several double parked vehicles, the agency said. So, yeah, guys, you're driving through an area with children crossing and stuff. Of course, you have to be anticipating there's little kids fucking running around. Come on, man. Our technology immediately detected the individual as soon as they began to emerge from behind the stopped vehicle, Waymo said in a statement, adding the autonomous driver braked hard, reducing speed from approximately 17 to under 6 miles per hour before contact was made. So it just bumped him a little bit. Just like the ICE agent. Sorry, guys. I'm just kidding. After the vehicle made contact, the child stood up and walked to the sidewalk, according to Waymo. They said he was fine. He walked away. He tried to shoot the driver. The company said, I'm sorry, guys. The company said it called 911 and the vehicle remained stopped and moved to the side of the road. Oh, well, you know what? Good on them. They must have had an upgrade in this one. This one must have had an update, because a regular Waymo, and if I know Waymo, and I think I do, a regular Waymo would just stop right in the street. It said, I hit a child, I'm not moving. Just going to block this whole street. In fact, I'm going to stop right here, and I'm going to signal to other Waymos that you need to come and block this street because I ran over a child. That's what I expect from Waymo. and stayed there until law enforcement cleared the vehicle to leave the scene. Waymo reported that the child, whose age was not released, sustained minor injuries. Waymo said it reported the incident, investigation, All right, let's see. Oh, are they interviewing? Hold on a second.
How can I be of service, Detective Spooner?
Or Demolition Man, that fantasized a world where one could FaceTime while the car did the work.
Have a peachy day, Lieutenant. Be well.
Be well. But now they're very much a reality, spotted on city streets all across the U.S., from San Francisco to Austin.
You know, that's one thing they left out of all the sci-fi movies that have autonomous driving vehicles is they never showed the scenes where the vehicles were being integrated and they were running over children. You never see that in the movies. That's a very real part of the process of integrating this new technology, is killing children in one way or another.
On Chippy? Even becoming part of pop culture and late night TV. Jimmy Kimmel putting his aunt into one for a harmless little prank.
Car's driving with no driver. What the hell is wrong with this town?
But this self-driving revolution, largely led by Google Alphabet's Waymo, has not been without its hiccups. From one vehicle finding itself in the direct path of an oncoming train in Phoenix.
Train. I have this video saved too. Here's the train one.
Oh, get out, get out, get out.
The passenger.
See, that's the thing. It looks really funny. It looks silly, right? It's silly. It's blocking a train. Who rides trains? Until these things start driving out onto the tarmac, onto the runway, when your plane's trying to land. What if all the Waymos just drive over to the airport and drive onto the runway and start blocking the runways, huh? Are you guys ready for that? That's the future.
Sent running to Los Angeles, where another car drove into the middle of an active LAPD scene. Officers with guns drawn on a suspect.
Oh my God. Waymo said, citizens arrest. Oh my God. I don't have to show you ID. Oh fuck, dude, that is so funny. An active crime scene. Oh my God. What if the Waymo started driving into, like, directly into the scene where ICE agents are trying to, like, you know, grab somebody? I hear animals, a dog and a cat fighting outside my door. What's the deal with that?
What the is that Waymo doing?
Also in LA, a Waymo car driving into a blocked street where first responders were working to put out a fire. And in San Francisco, a power outage left multiple Waymos stalled and confused at a four-way stop. And then there was Austin, Texas, where they were at least...
Oh my God. No, I get it. A four-way stop. This is what's happening. Yeah, a power outage. It's the traffic light went out, I guess, right?
And then there was Austin...
Hold on. Yeah, it's a traffic light, I think.
And in San Francisco, a power outage left multiple Waymos stalled and confused at a four-way stop. And then there was Austin, Texas, where there were at least 19 incidents of Waymo vehicles passing stopped school buses while children crossed the road. The company issuing a voluntary software recall in December.
We need to make sure that we're following the rules of the road.
I sat down with the company's director of product management last month and asked him about what happened in Austin.
We've already analyzed the situation and implemented fixes so that such situations are much less likely to occur in the future.
So you're saying it will not happen again?
I don't think people should expect perfection.
This guy's here on an H-1B visa.
What's really important, though, is that we're learning from all the different scenarios that we encounter.
Amid a competitive field, from Jeff Bezos' Zoox to Elon Musk's Tesla robotaxi, Waymo appears to be at the top, operating more than 2,500 vehicles in at least 5 different cities. In some places, the self-driving cars are even cleared for use on the freeway.
Terrifying. Terrifying.
says they're constantly learning from incidents and updating the car's AI system.
We're constantly learning from incidences. There are so many incidences that we cause, and we are just learning from them so much. In fact, the more incidences we cause, the more learning that we can do, and we like to learn stuff. So expect a lot of incidences.
How did someone argue if it can't figure that out yet? Why are you putting it out there when lives are at stake?
Very good question. Wow.
We've driven over 100 million miles on public roads, and we've demonstrated that we have an incredible safety record, one that is so safe that it's almost at a point where we believe it's irresponsible not to continue rolling this product out further.
And that rollout continues. Waymo testing operations in at least 20 additional cities, including New
Tampa? Ah! Guys, they got them here in Tampa. I'm not safe. Orlando, Tampa, Miami. Of course they've got them all here. Icy said, Waymo vehicles are generally considered significantly safer than human drivers, with data showing up to 90% fewer injuries and airbag deployment crashes compared to human-driven vehicles. No, dude, I hear that, but no, that's what I was saying. So at this point, that's the thing is, if you look at the numbers, it will definitely appear. It says 90% safer. And dude, that's, that is a significant data point. But guys, this is another thing. I don't want this to get lost in translation here too bad. Okay. Where I'm having a little too much fun just talking shit about Waymos and whatever. No, this is, bro, that is a fair argument to make. However, this sort of goes hand in hand with, I don't know how to phrase this properly, but you guys remember something they rolled out back when everything got shut down in 2020? I hate to have to relate so many things to this, but you remember those things that got rolled out and they told everyone to take one and that it would help them and there was no risk? You remember that? Okay, so just keep that in mind. I don't want to say what we're talking about here because that's just going to complicate things for me. But this is a similar argument here. Is that you'll say 90% safer, and if you just look at the numbers flat, that's true. But you could also do that with the thing that was released back in when was it, 2021, when they actually rolled those out? The thing, the treatment for the thing that went around where we had to shut the whole world down for 2 weeks to slow the spread. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? The Vizaxizines. Guys, remember how they told us the Vizaxizines are like 100% effective, 0% risk? You remember all that? And then they were like, well, actually, it's waned a little bit, not 90% effective, still 0% risk. And then eventually all the data comes out and they go, oh, well, actually, guys, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And there are people that are having heart attacks and this and that, blood clots, whatever. And then and at the end of it, we realize, we go, oh, so if you just look at the numbers flat across the board and make a decision on that is like, kind of irresponsible. It's not as efficient as it could be. What we really should be looking at with that is, what are the risks for certain groups of people or certain individuals? And then is it better for each of those? Is it more risky to go get that treatment that everyone's recommending? Or would that person maybe be better off because of the age group they're in, maybe be better off, whatever, not getting that thing and possibly just having the protection naturally? And so this is a similar argument with the Waymo thing, is where you could say like, Icy Bird says 100% safer than human, I believe, is unattainable. So yeah, but that is my point. This is sort of what I'm getting at, is even if you say 99% Waymo cars or by the numbers, they're 99% safer than a human driver. You will always have a portion of human drivers that will not make the kind of mistakes. Well, maybe not always, but for at least a long time, probably, guys, at least a few more years, we're gonna, that's the numbers are gonna make it sound like you should always take a Waymo because it's safer than a driver, 99% safer. And you know what, dude? If you're just across the board and you can't examine the driver and the Waymo and what, across the board, and sometimes you just got to make a quick decision or something. Maybe that is a safer bet or something. And you just have to make those kind of quick decisions and say, I'm just going to take a fucking Waymo. I don't know who the fuck is going to show up to drive me somewhere else or whatever. But there's always going to be that risk that there's going to be a human that they understand what it's like to be a human sitting in a backseat of a car. They also know what it's like to be a small human being that's like under the age of 10 running out from behind a car that's parked at the street in a residential area and all this stuff. There's so many factors that a human can take into consideration and context and all these, like I said, they're different domains. So, it's maybe there is a certain point where they'll get so close to 100% that it's like, trivial to argue a human should ever drive a vehicle. But, guys, then again, if we do get to that point, think about it. Every time we start rolling out new technologies that do stuff for us, we kind of lose those capabilities, I mean, not like, I don't really think a person's going to, I don't know, guys. We might get to a point where people don't know how to drive cars anymore. That might actually be a thing. I was about to say, I don't think that's going to happen. I don't know. That might actually be a thing that happens. And do we want that? I don't know, man. But here they come.
New York City, London, and Tokyo. As someone who has never been inside an autonomous vehicle, Nihalani hailed my first.
Call a car on the app, and it shows up right at curbside to pick you up.
It's kind of like a ghost car because there's no person.
Yeah.
As we get a look inside.
Brilliant. It's kind of like they're ghost riding the whip.
Clicking start ride.
Let's do it.
This is so crazy. I'm watching the wheel turn and there's no human.
I notice instantly I don't have to interact with anyone or tip a driver. No small talk or awkward conversation, but the car is equipped with interior cameras and microphones.
Bro, and this is the thing too. It's so funny, like, dude, it's weird. This is so weird. You notice how they're selling it as a bonus that you don't have to interact with someone? I mean, what are we doing? I feel like there's like, I don't know where the cause and effect, which way it's going. I feel like the technology is making us all autistic and antisocial. And so then when you get into a car for someone else to drive you, you go, you know what would be good? You know, I'm so obsessed, I can't stop staring into my phone. And when this person tries to talk to me, it aggravates me. You know what would be good? As if there was no person in this car driving me and I didn't have to talk to anybody and I could just stare at my fucking phone for the whole ride and I wouldn't even know what was happening when I got fucking wrecked by some fucking semi.
The microphones are off?
That's right.
Unless you activate it.
That's right.
And the video cameras are on, but no one is watching it.
That's right. So you're not, our support team is not able to sort of proactively dial in.
Can someone hack into your system to be able to watch?
We go through great pains to make sure that we are as secure as possible.
That's a yes, by the way. That's a yes.
Each year, 40,000 people die in car accidents. Waymo says their cars could help save lives.
The Waymo driver is always attentive. It's always able to see within, all around the car. The Waymo driver is never distracted, impaired, or tired, and it's always focused on the road around it.
Each car is equipped with 29 cameras.
But you notice how, again, guys, those are like, Those are human problems, right? But it has machine problems. It's got computer problems.
Cameras and LiDAR sensing. The company says it has reduced the rates of accidents involving pedestrians by 12 times compared to when a human driver is behind the wheel.
What if there is a collision?
So the car is designed to detect when a collision occurs. It can pull over in compliance with the road rules, meaning it won't drive off. There's actually a workflow where it allows our emergency response team, of course, they're going to dial in to speak to you to make sure that you're okay.
And when police do need to stop a Waymo, it can be a learning experience for both. These photos showing an officer pulling over a car, baffled to discover no one inside.
In the 2 years that Waymo has been operating in Los Angeles, how many incidents have officers encountered?
I think it's only been a few incidents, maybe less than a handful.
Waymo says it has been working with the Los Angeles Police Department to educate their officers on the cars.
Are there safety concerns among LAPD when it comes to Waymo operating in the city?
So far, no. Like I say, the officers have been provided with training. There's a 1-800 number that they could call.
For those commuting alongside a Waymo, they may notice what could be considered an overly cautious driving style. The company says it's reconfigured some vehicles to drive more aggressively, mimicking human behavior. But they're not always perfect. In San Francisco, where Waymo is headquartered, some community members are fighting to keep Waymos out of their neighborhood after a beloved cat, affectionately known as the mayor of 16th Street, was hit and killed by the autonomous vehicle last November.
No!
To those members of the community who don't want you there.
Bruh! They're killing the dogs. They're killing the cats. They're killing the pets of the people that live there. They're killing the dogs, round, 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 round. They're killing the cats, bark, 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 bark.
As an example, we see over 175,000 cats and dogs in the cities
Sorry,
that we
guys.
operate in on a daily basis. And, you know, while these events do happen rarely and they are tragic, it's something that we use to improve the system.
At the fabled Peterson Automotive Museum,
This was sort of built from the ground up.
we took a look back at the car's 17-year history from its first prototype
We call this the Firefly, cute little name for a cute little car.
to present day.
This is the 6th generation Waymo driver.
Mihalani says the future of making roads safer is bright.
We don't have to accept this level of traffic deaths on the road.
And as Waymo continues to evolve, he says they will convince drivers of this too, one ride at a time.
Nothing like a day.
Scary, guys. Scary. I'm scared. I'm scared. Here, let me bring up the next deal. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. They're eating the dogs. Bark, 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 bark. What is this one? Damn it. People of Springfield, please don't eat my cat. Why would you do that? Eat something else. Shoo-ba-da-ba-dee-da-da-ba-doo-da-da. Shiba-doo-da-doo, shiba-doo-da-dee. Is this did we already look at this? Hold on a second. Let's go over here.
Waymo now issuing a recall for those cars. The images we showed you, those vehicles racing past stopped school buses in Austin, Texas, for one, while the buses were picking up children, the stop sign out at least 19 times since the start of the school year. Waymo issuing a statement tonight saying, quote, holding the highest safety standards means recognizing when our behavior should be better. Now,
dude, that's pretty fucking funny. I mean, I don't know what goes into. Can someone explain to me, how do you program a car to drive itself? And then how do you do that and not program it to avoid killing children getting off a bus. Asking for a friend. Oh, I think this is someone that hit a Waymo. But I think it's sitting in the middle of the street with its fucking door open. I'm confused. Hold on, let's see.
We back in San Francisco and check it out. Waymo just got doored. Human drivers can't drive worth a crap, bro. Check it out. Dang, Waymo got doored.
Did you hear it? It said, the authorities are on the way.
We back in San Francisco and check it out. Waymo just got doored. Human drivers can't drive worth a crap, bro. Check it out. Dang, Waymo got doored. We back in San Francisco.
Hold on, I'm pulling this other deal up. I had saved a bunch of videos of the delivery things too. Not the cars, but the bots, the little the delivery bots. Yeah, they're they got the driverless cars in fucking London now too. Here's footage from London. Hold on a second. Oh, it says later this year. No, this can't be from London then. It's a US company though.
Driverless private hire vehicles available in London from the end of this year. Waymo, whose vehicles have been used for more than 10 million paid rides in the US, said its cars will navigate London's unique streets and understand its complex layout and traffic patterns. Waymo said its cars are involved in 5 times fewer injury-causing crashes compared to those with human drivers.
I can tell you your first problem is they're going to be driving on the wrong side of the street. I can tell you that. Might want to, I hope they address that problem before they decide to put them out on the street. I mean, looking at our track record here, I'm not so sure that's going to happen, but we'll see. Don't pan iku, don't panicu, don't panica. Don't. What's up? Welcome. Welcome to Dark Times with Dark Match Steve. The times are getting very dark. We got self-driving cars. You're saying, you said, I don't drive anymore. I use FSD 99% of the time. What is it? Something self-driving? You know, I don't know if I'm assuming most self-driving cars, you are still kind of able to override it if you have to. I guess if it's kind of like that, I would probably like be okay with doing that. I genuinely would probably be a little scared just riding in the back seat of a car that's a self-driving car. Oh, Tesla calls it full self-driving. Oh, okay. True. No, that's cool. I've heard of people using the self-driving deal for Tesla. Oh, so yeah, and theirs is like that. Like, don't you have to kind of stay alert, or like you can't just go to sleep, right? It makes you like prove that you're still attendant or whatever, alert. Don't you have to keep your hands on it or touch it every once in a while or something like that, right? I would need my own brake pedal, bro. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Like driver's ed, where the teacher would be in the passenger seat. They had their own brake pedal. That's what I would want. Sitting in the back seat, I want my own brake pedal back there. I'm not old enough to surrender my own safety just yet. Get there, Maddie. It's fun. It watches your eyes. Yeah, true. It'd be watching my eyes. It'd be like, drive faster. He's scared. I can see the fear. All right, hold on. Let me pull up the next deal. People of Springfield, please don't eat my cat. Why would you do that? Eat something else. Guys, you know who could have used a self-driving car? Vince McMahon. Let's check this out, guys. Vince was driving like 100 some miles an hour and smashed his shit. Did you guys see this yet? Is there? Yeah. Bro, look at that. He smashed into the back of somebody. That's him driving right there.
Just stay in the car. Do you need an ambulance?
No, I don't.
All right. Why were you driving over 100 miles an hour?
It's my granddaughter's birthday. I got to get this the next exit.
Did you see me trying to catch up to you behind?
Oh, I'm trying to meet up with Brock Lesnar. We gotta take a shit on a woman. Take a shit right on her head.
Behind you?
I didn't see that. I saw lights, but it didn't look normal.
All right. Yeah, I'm trying to catch up to you, and you keep taking off.
Oh, no. I'm not trying to outrun you.
I know. I understand that, but that's why I was very confused. Right? Because it wasn't like you were running. It was just like you almost hit, I think, 115 miles an hour. All right, and then you just hit someone because you weren't paying attention. Were you looking at your phone?
No, trying to drive. No, I'm not looking at my
The
phone.
person was right in front of you. There's got to be a reason you hit him.
No, I haven't been driving my car in God knows how long.
All right. It was right in front of you. You went straight at it at 100 miles an hour. I'm just making sure you're not having a medical condition or anything. Do you need an ambulance?
No.
All right. Just your registration.
Damn, he looks fucked. And not from the wreck. I mean, he just looks fucked normally.
Is your license in here?
Yeah, it's in my pocket.
All right.
I've driven this car quite some time.
It's fast, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, too fast.
Bro, look at that. It was like he was just mashing the gas pedal and texting on his phone and then looked up at the last second and tried to swerve around him and just smack this guy's bumper. Damn, Vince. You drive like Nick Hogan. What is he driving? I don't know. It's not a Tesla, though. The fuck is this? I'm not a car person. A Honda?
Just stay in the car. Do you need an ambulance?
No, I don't.
All right. Why were you driving over 100 miles an hour?
Is it a Bentley, I'm guessing? Right here, I see NTLEY. I'm assuming that's a Bentley, guys. I don't know cars, but I see Bentley right there. So I'm assuming that's what that is. God damn, guys, I never even hit my bowl yet. What the fuck's wrong with me? They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. Uber unveils plans to launch new robotaxi from Lucid and Nuro this year. So yeah, dude, it's not just Waymo. This is a different company. So we're gonna be seeing them bitches everywhere, guys. Look at this.
This new robotaxi partnering with Lucid Motors and Nuro, which are both Bay Area based. Uber says on-road testing started last month, and it expects to launch its robotaxi service in the Bay Area later this year. San Francisco.
Dude, that's wild. And you know, guys, I'm not trying to be, I'm not trying to make this political or whatever. But guys, I mean, look, here we are. Here we are, dude. How many fucking people? So many people are relying on driving for Uber to make ends meet. I know people driving for Uber just to try to, like, it helps them to stay afloat. This is gonna get interesting. Hope those people learn to code. Oh, whoops, that job's gonna be gone too. Oh well. Here, let me pull up the next deal. Is this the one on the tracks? Oh, here we go. Here we go, guys. This is a Waymo that got pulled over by a cop. How disappointed do you be, or would you be as an officer, to pull over a car and walk up to the driver's side expecting that you can hit somebody with your stun gun and there's no one in the driver's seat? How disappointing would that be? The thing rolled up the window on her. Look at this lady. Oh my God. She said, well, I don't know what to do. Bro. Oh my God. She said, there's no one that I can shoot with my pistol when I meant to grab my taser instead. What do I do? What is she, like, talking to the machine? Look at it, put the windows up on her. It said fuck the police and rolled the windows up. I am a sovereign citizen. Fuck the police. Oh boy, guys. We're not ready. Look at this. We're not ready. The cops aren't ready. We're not ready. Here's the next. This is someone in one of the cars, right? Or hold on a second.
San Francisco have officially lost their fucking mind. Me and Leach are just about to get into this, bruv. We've got an Uber, and it's got no driver.
An Uber? It's got no driver.
Oh, this is
Bye.
Bye.
Right, we've got to start the ride now. So start ride. Oh God, look.
Make sure there's no cars around you, because the thing, once you press that button, it just pulls right out into the street, not giving one fuck what the traffic's like, if there's a little kid there, if there's a cat there, if there's a semi truck.
No driver, and off we go. This is
fucking way. No, it's breaking.
Just about to leave.
I'm a bit scared. It's like, do you feel all right with like not having a driver in the car?
You know what makes me more uncomfortable is your fucking accent.
Right. Our team is working to get you moving, so they're working on it right now. We should be leaving any second. Yeah. Here we go. Off it goes. Look, boom.
Right. Oh my god, that is weird. That's fucking weird.
Boy.
Oh, it feels weird. I don't like it. Do you know I don't like
You've
it?
got no driver, bruv, and they're taking San Francisco's literally, they've lost their fucking marbles.
Look, right. Look, watch it.
Well, go back to your fucking country then.
It turns itself. Oh, this is a bit much.
This is insane.
And these guys, they sound like they're from the UK. Motherfucker, they're rolling them out over there too. As soon as you guys get back home, you're going to be riding one of those from the airport to your house.
Try that.
Go.
Oh,
Look at this.
Oh, shit. I've just built my drink. Oh, it looks like I pissed myself.
This is insane.
Yeah.
That's enough. Look at it.
That is enough. You're right. All right, guys, for real. I got to get out of here. I want to at least get on here because, you know, I want to stay dedicated to the stream, even though I was beaten down today. I'm a beaten man. Holy shit. I never hit the bowl. God damn it. Okay, well, anyways, lovers, this has been Dark Times with Dark Match Steve. Hope you're ready to get a new job. It's that time. I always leave early. I know, guys. I know. I always say I'm going to stay on here for 5 hours, and then I always leave after like 30 minutes. It's terrible. Okay, so tomorrow I have some we'll see. I've got some stuff saved for tomorrow that I think is going to be fun. You know how it is. I like to actually react to the thing for the first time. I don't like to be one of these fucking people that pre-watches everything and then brings it up and goes like, "Oh my God, I can't believe this is the first time I'm seeing this. I'm so shocked." So, no, but we'll see tomorrow. I got some stuff saved. Hopefully, guys, I am praying. Oh my God. I hope tomorrow isn't as rough. I hope I'm out at a decent time. Because I'm exhausted. I really am. But yeah, thank you guys for the support. I really fucking appreciate it. Thank you guys who have hit the like button and all that shit. It's hard out here for a pimp. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how quick they might start streaming too. We're gonna have AI streamers. I'm gonna be fucked. I'm gonna have to quit streaming and just do my regular day job. Not that I make any money off of streaming, but you guys are gonna be so compelled by the robot streams. They're gonna have really good streams, guys. So be ready for that. I know you've enjoyed this over here a little bit, but that's just because you haven't seen a robot stream yet. So be excited for that. It's coming. All right, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Scott Starboard is back, lovers. So tomorrow, he normally doesn't do Friday, but because of the snowstorm fucking up his stream for like the whole week, no power, no stream, he's going to be on tomorrow. I'm assuming it's going to be around the same time, I think, around 6 p.m. Eastern. And then, yeah, I should be on at some point tomorrow. I guess I'm not. If Scott's streaming tomorrow, I won't be going on early. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. So I'll probably see you guys tomorrow night at some point. Everybody take it easy. Thank you so much for the support, lovers. I really do appreciate it. Everybody take it easy. Love you. Mwah.